Welcome back to another Cube video. My name is Edward, also known as Strategy. And we did not open any power so far. That's unfortunate. Some things that immediately draw my attention. I thought I changed the settings to make these normal art, and I apologize. Anyway, some cards that are standing out. Lion's Eye Diamond if I want to be exceptionally greedy, I think. Skull Clamp's a very solid card. Shelldog Isle's a lot of fun. Quantum Riddler, very solid. We haven't drafted an aggressive deck yet, but nothing outside of Skull Clamp kind of makes me want to go in that direction. Maybe Lutri is just the best thing. I could also see Memory Lapse as a poor man's Time Walk and Counterspell maybe, but man, am I going to regret not taking this Skull Clamp? I'm going to take the Skull Clamp. I don't want to draft another. Not that Lutri has to be in a control shell, but I don't want to. I don't want to lean towards another controlled shell if I don't have to. It is funny. If I took Lutri, I would be very tempted to take this Pyrokinesis, as it's just a free red card off to the side you can put in your hand at any moment. As it sits, there's a Mana Vault and a Titania that I'm currently interested in. I really like this Mana Vault. I also just really like Titania, but I'm going to take the... I recognize that even though I'm very biased and love Titania, I recognize that Mana Vault's the better card, so I'm just going to take it here. Okay, well, there's a Sentinel. There's a Nexus of Becoming, an Izzet Talisman. It's also technically a Nettle Cyst if we want to try to go more into artifacts. That's probably pretty aggressive, though. Nexus of Becoming can be a lot of fun, but I only like it if we can draw our Mana Vault, and if we're Nexus of Becoming, we're probably not Skull Clamping, and we already drafted the Skull Clamp, so I would like to avoid that. Fallen Shinobi is a nice one. I'm just going to take the Lorien Revealed. I think that's probably the safest card. I could see the Inquisition of Kozilek as well, but I'm going to take the Lorien Revealed. Okay, now there's a Mana Leak, a Reprieve. There's a Palantir of Orthonk. That's not a bad one to turn one, honestly. Sorry, I really don't want to play another control deck for the umpteenth time in a row, and that's the way the packs seem to be wanting to go. I could take, like Reprieve, I suppose. But honestly, I don't know. I really don't. Um, I'm gonna take the Palantir. Maybe we can get a sweet workshop deck. Kitten is fantastic with Mana Vault, and definitely is where I'm gonna go with this at this point. Yep, everything else in here is kind of meh in my opinion. I'm just gonna take the Displacer Kitten. Maybe we can draft a sweet deck that abuses Mana Vault. Okay, there's a Johnny that goes with our Skull Clamp. I did not think we'd be getting one pick 6 already. Am I supposed to just take that? I really want this Bauble or this Underground Sea, but I'm going to take a Johnny. If a Johnny's going pick 6, then maybe we just haven't seen a ton of good white cards. There is a Daze. I don't hate that. There's also a Steam Vents and a Paragoyf. I definitely think Paragoyf's just the stronger card. Sure, let's take the Paragoyf. Alright, now we have a Jace Vryn's Prodigy, which does literally nothing for us right now. Don't really want a Lightning Helix. I understand I have some Jeskai cards here, but I'm not really interested in that. Eternal Witness, double green, probably not going to play it. I don't think Lightning Helix is strong enough to take. I'm not a fan of Fire Blast or Hazoret. So I guess we're just taking the Jace with my, not wanting to draft an aggressive deck, dot deck. Okay, here's a Fear of Missing Out, which is nice, but if we're gonna play this Ajani, this Path to Exile is actually really nice removal. So let's take it. Maybe we end up like an Azorius deck or something. Okay, well at this point I guess I'm taking Pyrokinesis. I highly doubt it, but it would be really nice if Steam Vents came back. I don't think it was this pack. I'm going to take the Lauren. It comes in, kills something, and then we can Skull Clamp it away. I mean, that's a red-white land. We're going to take it. Yeah, we'll take a Flash. That seems fine. We'll take the playable over the non-playable, and I don't really want this Virtue, but we'll take it for now. Alright, well, chances of us becoming a Displacer Kitten deck are going down, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, I like this Celestial Colonnade. I also like the Oust, but Oust came back a lot in the last rendition of the cube. So I'm going to pass it for now. I think I'm just going to take the Colonnade. Elegant Parlor's nice. Retrofitter Foundry's nice because the Skull Clamp. Maybe that's what we're supposed to take. Just because Sacred Foundry came back doesn't mean Elegant Parlor will, but it does increase the chances of it. Yeah, I see an Unholy Heat as well, but I'm going to take this Retrofitter Foundry. Okay, well, there's a miscalc if we want it. Ooh, an Evora. I like that. What is this? Interesting. Hmm. Are we just playing Adeline at this point? Yeah, I like Adeline. Adeline is another good way to go with Skull Clamp. Sunbaked, I almost said Champion. Sunbaked Canyon. Yeah, that's another Isn't Land. Honestly, I could maybe. I'm not saying I'm going to, but Displacer Kitten's probably not being played at this point, though. Flicker Wisp's a nice one. And again, it's another one that goes with Skull Clamp. It would be nice to pick up some removal eventually. I mean, I do have the, where is it? I do have the Path to Exile, but let's take the Flicker Wisp. Okay, well now there's a Smuggler's Copter and a Quarry Steel Cutter. I really wish we had our Bauble. Baubles are really good with Quarry Steel Cutter. There's also just a red-white land, which might be better. I don't think we're going to be double spelling very often. There's also Flame Slash, though, which is just, honestly, in my opinion, premium removal. It's also a Spell Pierce if we do want to splash the blue. We have 2 shots at another Boros land. Let's just take the Flame Slash. Ooh. Okay, white seems to be relatively open. I mean, Solitude pick 6 after an Ajani. I think it was pick 6 as well. Nova Hellcat would be a pretty sweet wheel, honestly. Interesting. Yeah, we're just going to take the Solitude and be very happy. What is this? Okay, that's interesting. That is something that we could Mana Vault into. But I think I'm going to take the Hollowed Fountain. It lets Lorraine Revealed fetch for white, and I think that's a little bit more valuable. I do see the Fiery Confluence, but I'm going to take that. Okay, well, here's a 1-drop with the Figure of Destiny. I think I like that more than Sarah Paragon. We're not getting too much back with. Is this 3 or less? Oh, it's 3 or less, yeah. It's actually a lot better. Yeah, let's take it. There was an Isn't Land as well. I wouldn't have minded. Okay, Samwise. There's a removal. There's Showdown of the Scalds. This is decent at killing things like Urza's Saga or Moxen or maybe their opponent's Soul Ring or something. But I'm going to take the Samwise. Wow, and Holy Heat came back around. Sure, I think that's better than these other cards. I think we have enough ways for Skull Clamp that I don't necessarily care about the Pyromancer. Yeah, we'll take an Ivara. At this point, I think I'm interested in just taking the Sunbaked Canyon. Okay, we did get the Verge. We didn't get the Elegant Parlor back, but we did get Sunbaked Canyon back. We don't have too much to go with this Jace Vryn's Prodigy, but that's probably okay. I'm not willing to cut the blue just yet, but depending on how this third pack goes. Like, if we open Time Walker or Recall, we're obviously going to play blue. And it also makes the Jace Vryn's Prodigy a lot better. Interesting. Okay. Sure. Glad I didn't take that the first time, I suppose. Okay, there's an Karakas as my immediate knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, I think I'm taking Karakas. I do see the Tursa. Torch of Defiance is also really nice. Fiery Islet wouldn't be a terrible wheel. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Karakas and move on. There are some other powerful effects, but not worth passing on the Karakas. So Seachrome Coast if I wanted to solidify blue, but there's also a Blood Crypt, which currently gets red and white mana, thankfully, to the Sacred Foundry specifically. There's also an Inti, though. But we have a Flage. It would be nice. I guess Inti also discards. But I'm going to take the fetch land. Maybe we see a Plateau as well. Or a Volcanic Island. Steam Vents is already gone, unfortunately. Well, once upon a time, this Mox Opal would have been great for us. Not currently, though. Here's another quote-unquote free land. Maybe we take the Abandoned Air Temple here. Nothing else, like, immediately stands out. The Legion Extruder would be nice, but I'm going to try to wheel that. I'm just going to take the land. Oh my gosh, a Fury? There's a Meticulous Archive as well, but again, we're not necessarily guaranteed to play blue. We already have a Hollowed Fountain, so yeah, let's just take the Fury. Man, it would have been really nice to like open Comet at this point. Again, I'm not quite ready to cut the blue, but in a couple more picks we'll find out, I suppose. Obviously, we're not going to get a Recall or a Time Walk at this point. If since Lord of the Rings is in, I wonder if the Jessica Aragorn, I think, is his name. No, they probably not. I don't know if they would put the Monarch on Arena. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. We did not take Corey Steelcutter, so maybe this Bobble's not great for us. Not really interested in Jace. Not really interested in Containment Priest either. Or, honestly, even this Wheel of Fortune. So maybe we do just take this Bobble. I wish we had a way to abuse it. I guess outside of it being a 0. Okay, I guess Sarek's Paragon gets it back. That's probably enough. I'm not interested in Wheel of Fortune with this deck. Chain Lightning, that is fantastic. Ooh, Fraction Identity is a nice reason to play blue. Is that better than Chain Lightning? Probably not for us at this stage. Let's just take the Chain Lightning. If it was my cube, I would probably take the Frantic Surge, or not Frantic Surge, sorry, the Fraction Identity. Okay, well, there's a Giver of Runes. Wow, someone's about to get a pick 8 flat, or more likely going to wheel, but Yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in anything else. Sage of the Skies is fine, but I'm going to take the Giver. Snapcaster Mage, what does that do for us? Not a whole lot. Gets back some removal. Don't really need to play blue, I don't think, at this point, so let's just take the Get Lost. We're going to slam dunk this Terso. And remember, we can use this Karakas defensively as well. And what I mean... Oh, wow, the Inti did wheel. That is a gift. Inti wheeling is a gift. Let's get these blue cards out of here. Okay, let's see. Am I supposed to take Anointed Peacekeeper or Beza? Yeah, I'm gonna take the Beza. I'm just not impressed with the other card. Let's see. 1 mana removal or a dual land. Ademi. You know, let's just take the Ademi, actually. Don't think I'm interested in Containment Priest, but I guess I'll play it, maybe. Alright, well, I didn't necessarily want to go Boros, but I'm glad I'm not playing a control deck. That is nice to start changing things up. Well, wasn't interested in Wheel of Fortune, but something like this I could be. Especially with something like Inti discarding it or Evora. Alright, well, I'll see you in the deck construction. Alright, this is what I ended up going with. Unfortunately, we didn't open up any power. That's fine. I mean, I guess we drafted 3 last draft, so I can't really complain. I ended up cutting the Mana Vault. I don't have a lot of ways to really abuse it. Uh, and I think Palantir is a bit too slow, and that is a decent thing to turn 1 if I can get both of them. And I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. So I did take this over a Titania. I don't know how the draft would have looked. We probably would have been more like Selesnya, maybe, because like the Ajani there when we already have Skull Clamp just seemed like we had to take that. And then at least the Mana Dorks are really good. Like I know we saw a few of them, like Noble Hierarch, etc. That would have been nice with the Skull Clamp as well. The other card that I would have been interested in was the Pyrokinesis. I believe I stated that when I took the Mana Vault as well. And that ended up wheeling. So, yeah. So some notable things I'm not playing. There's a Demi, there's Samwise, there's Beza, there's Dion. I mean, those are all legendaries that I can bounce with Karakas as well to like kind of get back some value necessarily. Not that a Demi gives me value by doing that, but it can protect them at least. But yeah, I think this is just the better shell. So this is what I'm going for. I did cut the bauble. I couldn't really see something. I do want to try out the the Ravager, but outside of Ravager, I didn't really see anything I'm super willing to cut. I am going to play the Containment Priest. Maybe we'll get lucky against some Reanimator style decks and have this in our hand when they go to do their thing. But maybe not. Anyways, I do think that if you're playing a more fair style deck, and you can't abuse the mechanic. Like if you're just using it to trim your deck, I don't think I like it. Reason being is it could be a trap. You know, if you keep a hand that has, let's say, 1 land and like a bunch of 2 drops, you're like, oh, I'm 1 land away. I have a Mishra's Bauble. I'll get there. And then you just never draw a second land. It just feels really bad. And same thing, like maybe you need a spell or whatever. It's a wild card. You don't know what it's going to be. So unless you have synergies with it, I don't think you're supposed to play it. Obviously, if I didn't have enough playables, yes, it's going in. It is a good card. I'm not saying it's not a good card. Those are just the reasons why I'm just not super turned on this current draft for this card right now. So I'm gonna take this and we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in the first round. Welcome to round 1. Let's see where this Boros deck takes us. Notably, we do have a ton of legendaries for our Karakas still, even with cutting so many, which is really nice. I'm just gonna leave with a Sacred Foundry, put it into play tapped. All right, now we have an NT. Next turn, we either have an Adeline or a Lauren. I doubt we're gonna want to play the Flicker Wisp, but who knows? Aw, man. I was going to say shock into something else would have been pretty nice. I'm going to pray that they don't have a Stern Scolding here. Maybe I'm supposed to attack first. Does this have to? Whenever you attack, you may discard. Okay. I'm just going to play the Adeline. If they have a Stern Scolding, they have a Stern Scolding. Not going to discard. I will trigger the Adeline. Okay. I wonder what opponent has. Maybe Brainstorm. Oh, Consider. That makes sense. So the opponent is either full controlling it or they have something. That is one of the downsides to Arena. But overall, I do like this client. I have found myself over the last few months playing this client a lot. I even draft my own cubes now. If you want to look at those videos and see what that's like, feel free to check those out. They're under either my Arena Cube or Edward's Arena Cube, one of the two. All right. Do I want to play a creature first? Probably not, because I would like to be able to use NT. Let's attack. I can always get back Flicker Wisp with Sarah's Paragon, and my fear is that I don't draw another land if I pitch the mountain, but I don't know. Call me a coward. I'm going to put the counter here. Okay, that was a good draw in case they do have a flash creature. It's unfortunate I won't be able to use it this turn unless they have a flash creature. But they're dead next turn if they don't do anything. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay. That goes away. What are they doing? Hull Breacher into Wheel of Fortune would be very annoying. Okay. It scared me a little bit, and I'm glad I didn't cast a spell. Yeah, had I gone Pitch Flicker Wisp, play land Sarah's Paragon, they would have countered this more than likely. With that said, they need like a damnation here. Yep, there it is. Who saw that one coming? I did. Yep, let's get Mountain. Let's just use our mana as efficiently as possible. Now, the way Flicker Wisp works, this should reset it. Yeah, because this will get rid of the text when you blink it out. So if it dies again, I can just get it back again. So now they need another answer for Sarah Paragon. Otherwise, I will get back Adeline. Don't be a Fractured. No, this can't be Fractured. Never mind. I don't know if Bribery's in this cube. Bribery doesn't do a whole lot. Like, it gets Solitude, I guess. And then we get to just Flicker with Solitude at our convenience and kill one of their things. Same thing with Fury. Not things I immediately thought about when I didn't want to discard the Flicker Wisp and change my mind last minute, but those are definitely reasons to keep the Flicker Wisp. Again, I don't even know if Bribery's in the cube. I know it's new to Arena. It's in my cube currently, but... Okay. I mean, that's the thing. This only lets us play one thing. So we're going to play Adeline. I guess. Let's Flame Slash here and see what they do. And if they protect it, maybe I can just play a land and then Flicker Wisp. And then use that land for Retrofitter Foundry. So basically we just play Flame Slash as like a Hymn to Torok or Mind Twist. Assuming that this all resolves, of course. Yep, you need to get one more. Okay, well that makes me happy. Let's play this now out of our yard. We definitely want to Flicker Wisp. We don't want to... I don't think we want to attack. I mean, I guess we're okay with them trading Psychic Frog for Sarah Paragon, maybe, but I don't think that's correct. I do like that Flame Slash just said Mind Twist, though. That's really nice. They have a Daze effect. They have a Daze effect. Okay, yeah, there we go. Smash. And then we can even block if we want to. Probably don't want to. Oh, Hull Breacher. Interesting. Okay, is our last card Twister? That would be really bad. Land Time Spiral would be equally as bad. If they had red, I wouldn't mind Wheel of Fortune because we'd still have our yard. I'm hoping that they're just dead to this. Abhorrent. That's a flyer. That's so unfortunate. Yep. Inti doesn't do a whole lot right now. What's Adeline? Verge. Then I guess we just leave up Retro. Well, we had them on the ropes, and unfortunately they may be drawing out of this. They have a Lutri they can put in their hand whenever they want. They have Creeping Tarpit that can attack us. We can't do anything about it. Unholy Heat's gone. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, well, what are they getting back? Because we can lure in it. Oh, Quantum Riddler to draw 2 cards. I mean, that's pretty good. I guess it's a divination. Assuming that we kill the Necromancy. Ooh, that's not good for us. That probably kills the Adeline, I would imagine. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I guess the Adeline's not as scary because I do have to attack with something, but I can attack with the 1/1 now to start making more 1/1s. Oh, and they're attacking with that. Okay. No blocks, take 5. It's very dangerous for them, but let's make this. I need to remember I cannot activate my Lauren. Oh. Because otherwise they just get a treasure and draw a card, and that seems terrible for me. Let's kill that. I think it's funny that this card has scrolling text. Am I attacking with Adeline here? I think now's my best chance because I can get lost something after. Because I assume that they're going to want to double block. They have to block the Adeline with at least something. I assume that they're going to want to trade. And then they block one of the 1/1s with probably their frog. I don't think I'm drawing that many cards. Like if I'm them looking at me. Oh, sure. Yeah, let's see how they block before I commit anything. Oh, that's fine. Now I get to kill the Abhorrent and then swing for lethal next turn, hopefully. I don't know if I like those blocks, but I also don't know what's in their hand or what's in their deck. Me basically being able to wrath their board for the cost of a Flicker Wisp. I mean, obviously might get lost as well, but ooh, that's a solid one. Hopefully they don't play effects like Unearth, but we already saw Necromancy, so them being able to reanimate Aberrant can cost us here, maybe. It's definitely a reason to wait until the end of their turn to do the get losting. So that might have been a mistake on my part. Because, like, we can take 5 here, and then, you know, when they're expecting that a 2-2 grounder, it's like, oh, nope, you're not going to get that, and your Aberrant's dead. Just something to think about. Okay, another land. That makes me happy, honestly. I obviously they can do, like, bomb 4-drop here and upset me, but at this point, I'm okay with them continuing to play lands. Ooh, Oko. That is a problem. That's probably going to hit Adeline, unfortunately. Now, notably, Adeline will keep legendaries, so if I hit Karakas, I can still bounce it and then replay. I mean, you're not gonna. I was gonna say you're not gonna elk the Lauren or the 1/1 servo. So let's elk the Adeline and move on, please. Sure. What are you revealing? A land. Fantastic. Well, speaking of lands, I am okay with this. Remember, I can make more servos. I can make a 4/4. I can currently make another flyer when they go to 3. That seems super ballsy, but maybe they have a draw 7 effect. Are they just going to try to steal the Adeline? I'm confused as to what this Oko... Okay, sure. Let's just play this and say go. What do they have besides Island? And they haven't put this Lutri into their hand yet. Oko could kill itself to take the Lauren and then tap... no, because it'd have something. Never mind. They couldn't tap it immediately. Okay, they did have the Echo. That's unfortunate, because now they just have all the mana in the world. At least they tapped out for it, but they get so many treasures, it's probably not relevant. So maybe we didn't have removal there. I think the game's over if we had removal there. To be fair, the game may still be over. They need to answer... I could make one more, because it's 2 to make a servo, 3 to untap. That's 5, and then one more. Oh, they're doing it again. I guess that is how that card works. I mean, yeah, they have 13 treasures, so... Hull Breacher is such a disgusting card. Imagine if they blocked with the old breacher. Yep, you have a Psychic Frog. Can Psychic Frog... Yeah, Psychic Frog can get in the air. I think they need to sack a creature to kill the 1/1 flyer. And then I can't kill them next turn. Okay. I think that's wrong, honestly. I think they're just honestly supposed to try to kill the flyer. I don't think that's correct either, but here we are. I should definitely have held priority here. That was bad. I should have held priority. That was really bad of me, because now if they have removal, um, they could stop me from making a 1/1 here, but it looks like they didn't, so that's nice. And then now we have a 3/3 on top of that. If they have another damnation, they have another damnation. I can't do anything about it. Maybe I top deck a Flage. Okay, buying Lutri. Top decking Flage would be really nice here. Flame Slash. What does that do? Not a whole lot. Cryptic Command to like tap my board would be very frustrating. Let's see. Are they... They need something. I'm just going to cast this on Hull Breacher and see what happens. There's a lot of cards they can have that can stop me. They're clearly not scooping, so I'm just going to assume that they have something. And if they have something, I'd rather reduce their blockers by as much as possible. Because like they could have Snapcaster Mage. They showed Snap. They showed this Malcolm, obviously. They could have like Lightning Bolt effects. Now we can both draw a card, which is also nice. They need a flyer. Malcolm's already in the yard. I will more than likely... Oh, Snuff Out? Sure. Yep. That kills 2 things, and then they block 2 things. Oh, no, they block 3 things? Okay. I think they were supposed to kill the 1/1, right? Sure. Are they going to have just enough? Okay, and then Frog jumps. Because that's their 3rd card. Oh, okay. Maybe they didn't realize it's their 3rd card, or they want to keep it for something like Snapcaster Mage. Either way, good on their opponent. They definitely found a way to win, and Oko is going to help with that if I don't immediately draw Flage here after all of this. I want to do this now before they block, because I could find some type of burn spell, instant speed burn spell, Pyrokinesis. Do they have a counterspell? After all that? Oh, they died to Force of Will. That's epic. All right, well, we played to our outs and got there. That's very rewarding. All right, welcome to round two. Let's hope we can keep up that momentum from that epic conclusion of the first game. Not an exciting hand, but I'm not putting it back either. Let's keep. I'm just going to lead off with Abandoned Air Temple. We're not guaranteed to draw planes, and we're not playing anything on turn one anyways. Okay, well, that is a planes. Oh, no, this says basic land. Sorry, this is new to me. I haven't been able to play this yet. So, actually, I lied to you again. I've been doing that a lot lately. Let's just play the Skull Clamp now. I don't know why that this said planes. This is so much better that it says basic. I really like this card design. If you've watched my personal arena cubes, Ross has played this against me to great effect with like Ocelot Pride. It's been fantastic. Okay. So I just chain lightning. What does that look like? They get rid of two things on Holy Heat. They get rid of their whole hand, and then I get lost after they draw one card. I probably am supposed to play around the days. This is pretty aggressive, but honestly, I'm hoping that I can just double him to Tarok them off of two red burn spells. Follow it up with a get lost, like I said, and move on with life. Need to get rid of two more cards. Bowmaster gone, nice. They will get to draw one more. I hope it's not a counter spell. Yeah. Alright, I'm very happy with this. Yeah, if I'm them, they haven't discarded a land yet. Oh no, they did discard the mountain. Yeah, if I'm them, after the second burn spell, I'm probably just letting the, especially with a hand like that, I'm probably just letting the Psychic Frog go. I will say Quantum Riddler was a good follow-up. That is for sure. They'd have two less land, or they'd have two less cards in their hand right now if it wasn't for that. I guess one less, depending on if they drew the other thing or not. Let's just kill this now. Oh no, they have Force of Negation. Okay, no. Oh, this they activated ability, so they held it up. That makes sense. Expressive Iteration. Okay, that's not a bad one. So we spent 3 cards to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Fairy must have came off Raucous Theater. That makes sense. So yeah, we're up 2 cards on that transaction. That's not bad. Speaking of which, I'm just going to Flicker Wisp, hit a treasure, and then Skull Clamp. I can get back Flicker Wisp later. If they kill it in response, they'd kill it anyways. Whatever. Yep, that's... Oh, they took 4 for that? Sure. That's fantastic for us. That means that's not going towards Sarah Paragon. Now, if they tap out here, that will be kind of annoying. Like, if they played, like, a big spell, that is. I do want to play around a Daze effect. They didn't play Quantum, so they probably have a... Okay, I was about to say, they should have a counter spell here. And this Pyrogoyf is looking very scary at this point. It doesn't kill the Quantum Riddler, but it does trade with the Quantum Riddler once I play Goyf, equip, and then next turn do the Abandoned Air Temple. Land Quantum Riddler playing map would be very annoying. Or Quantum Riddler land map. Oh, Mox Diamond. Okay. Imagine if we can get our Flicker Wisp back with our Sarah Paragon in play. Are we supposed to hold up Containment Priest? I don't think so. They look to just be a control deck. And without white, or at least I haven't seen any white, it means that they want to kill the Pyrogoyf, then they're probably having to kill it, which means I draw 2 cards. Abandoned Air Temple doesn't say do it at sorcery speed, so... No, at least I'm drawing, what, 3 cards then? Okay, Retrofitter's not bad. Thoughtseize the Retrofitter, okay. I mean, not Thoughtseize in the Containment Priest, but... Okay, I was going to say, but I guess I'd be okay with you doing it. They're at 6 now. Putting it on the flyer, okay. Oh, Fury. That means they can't attack me? Why'd they draw 2? Did I miss something? Am I just dumb and they only drew 1 and I thought they drew... I don't know, that was weird. Obviously we're on Arena, so I assume it's all correct, but... Okay, so they have removal spell. Or a blocker, I guess, would be annoying. Equally annoying. I can Lauren revealed. Okay. Sure. I said Lauren revealed. I can Lauren, I mean. But then I'm dead if I decide to sack. Man, Quantum Riddler. What a banger. I am going to play the Containment Priest now, I think. I could flash it in, like, around Sorcery Speed removal, but that doesn't deal 6 damage anyways. And this way, if they do kill something, or if they do have a sweeper, and this resolves, then I draw cards. This way I can at least threaten lethal, and if they're not paying attention to the temple, then I may have lethal under their nose. Because this is only 5 on board, but the Abandoned Air Temple makes it 7. Oh, nice. Good game. That was fun. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish it off. The Quantum Riddler, after basically mind twisting their hand, was just really unfortunate for us, but I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 3. I'm going to keep this. We have Angie's Ravager. This, unfortunately, doesn't currently make red, but that's okay. We have Karakas, which can be a problem. I do think I'm supposed to play Sunbillow Verge first in case they have like a Wasteland. I definitely don't want to hang out Karakas to dry. Also, Flicker Wisp with Fury and Solitude. Fantastic combination. Keep. Hopefully, I guess if we hit Mountain, it doesn't matter. We still have it. Oh. Okay. I mean, good thing we have Karakas. Oh, we also have Chain Lightning, but not right now. Okay. Let's just return that to their hand. Move on with life. Karakas is just such a busted card. Sure. Do we get something? Something sweet? Okay, that's a mountain. That makes me happy. I think I'm supposed to keep Chain Lightning in my hand. And if they go like land to Shauna's Tidebinder, my Karakas, whatever. Let's return that. Unfortunately, Tamiyo is a 1-drop, so we're trading 1 mana for 1 mana, but eventually I'll Chain Lightning it or do something to it. Okay, what do they have? Oh, Fable. Okay, sure. You have a Fable. I'm going to play this card called Flicker Wisp and blink out your token. If they force it, that's fine. That's actually kind of insane. You're going to force a will to protect your 2/2? Okay. Sure. Does this mean I'm supposed to Fury it now? If they're force of willing that, I'm going to assume that they have a reason and that it's not just like a dummy play. Like, not dummy like they're a dummy. I just mean like a proxy play or whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. I don't mean that insulting. Um, yeah. If they're willing to pitch, I guess I'm willing to pitch. Maybe they need a 4th land. I don't know. Not pitching the Tamiyo. Okay. If they have brainstorm type of effect, okay. They've already drawn 3 cards this turn, so that's not going to trigger. They might have forgotten that. Yeah, this is their 4th and 5th card. Tamiyo triggers on 3rd. So now I can Chain Lightning. Because I don't want to be... I guess I could bounce it in response to their Dak Fading ability, but then they get to just discard it, so I'm not interested in that any longer. Now I can Evora, and I can protect Evora with my Karakas. I can attack Dak Fading if I want to moving forward. I can likely path this Fable. There's a lot I can do. This is not legendary, unlike the original Kiki-Jiki. It is just purely a reflection, which I guess by definition... Ooh, their own Karakas. I'm okay if they want to bounce my Evora, honestly. That's perfectly okay with me. I get pseudo value out of it. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that's hoping to accomplish. Let's see. Am I supposed to path now? I'm going to, in case I hit like Sarah or not, whatever the 4-drop is that's in my deck. I apologize for not knowing. Sarah's Paragon, I think. And if they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. Okay, nope. And now they get to search for a basic. Probably a mountain, I would imagine. Yep. I get to replay a Karakas. I get to attack Dak. Of course, I don't think I'm going to be keeping it for very long. Yep, that is fine. I guess I'm supposed to play this first, but I could draw a better card, so let's discard this first. That's a good one. And I'm going to play Evora back. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm just going to make a 1-1. Oh, no, that was so stupid. They have Dak Faden. I didn't even think about Dak Faden. That was really dumb of me. I should not have done that. Now they're going to steal that. Yep. Good games. Yep. Okay, Chain Lightning to take out the Karakas. That is a legendary I can bounce. Hopefully we draw land here. I cannot believe I punted this so hard. Let's cut the Containment Priest. Yeah, I cannot believe I played that Retrofitter. Yeah, I definitely deserve to lose this one. With that said, I would love to see a Flage. Like, we have Flage in our deck. We need to see it. I don't know why we're not seeing it. I hate that this exiles you may play. That's so annoying. So I guess I'll just do it end of turn so they can't get more value out of it than they already are. And then I can play Solitude on it after that. Yep. Sure. Okay, cool. It left up the Karakas. I was worried there for a minute. I am just going to attempt to trade with this Nia. I assume that they're going to pick it up with Karakas. It would make the most amount of sense. Okay, I guess they don't care. I mean, they're already beating the 3-2. Hull Breacher, nice. They're already beating the 3-2 with the solid 2. Or, my apologies, I misspoke. Okay. Well, that's definitely a thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it now. And then milling. Oh no, that was bad because they could have milled me. I'm just tilted. No excuse. I was like, it doesn't really matter, but it 100% matters. There's Flage in my deck. Milling a Flage off the top is perfectly acceptable. They're continuing to make 1/1s. I wonder if they have an Academy in their deck, maybe. Okay, no, they did start making those. Okay. Interesting that they chose. Oh, that should definitely go to the yard. No, put it in the yard. Dang it. Play it, man. Imagine if they hit. Oh man, play. Yeah. I definitely deserve to lose this. I apologize to all you guys watching this. Um, a draw 7 is exactly what we need our opponent to play at this point, and they probably play that if I. I mean, they would have made me discard the deck, assuming that they played optimally, but we'll see. And we would have milled a Flage. That's definitely relevant. Unfortunately, oh, Time Twister, nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're just dead. They have a Karakas. We can't deal with the Karakas. They have too much on board for like, because otherwise I could just, Lightning Helix every turn was my original line, but with this, I don't think I can do that. I could top deck a land. Oh no, at this point I would need 2 lands, never mind. So maybe I was supposed to pick up the Karakas. Yep. Bombardiers, good game. Good game. I definitely deserve that loss. I don't know if I would have gotten the win regardless, but I definitely sped up their clock by giving them that retrofitter. And again, I apologize. There's no excuse. I should have just waited half a second and realized, hey, don't play this card, dummy. So yeah, I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 4. We had a couple tough losses. Hopefully we can turn it around and go 6-0 from here. That'd be great. A couple lands. Our hand is kind of high CMC, but I think it's okay. We're on the draw. We have some removal. We can stay in the game hopefully long enough. Okay, Tursa's a great draw if we hit a 3rd land. Okay. I mean, Adeline's not a bad one either, but we need to hit 3rd land here, and hopefully it's untapped, but obviously I'll take a tap land too. I don't think any of our lands are permanently tapped. Uh-oh. Hopefully this is something we can just Solitude. Grief. Sure. Just gonna kill it now. They have Spell Pierce. Okay, they do not. Hopefully they don't reanimate. I do appreciate our opponent's sleeves. They match ours. Very appropriate. I didn't want to pitch Solitude there to play around a reanimate spell. But I still wanted to kill the Grief so I can untap and attack with Tursa without any issues. Assuming I draw a 3rd land, which would be fantastic here. Alright, they did get rid of the Solitude. They do not seem to ever reanimate. We drew the 3rd land. Let's hit the Tursa. Just the one, I guess? Okay, we'll take that. We have Adeline coming down next turn. We could have a fatal push. Jeez, I don't know where I got that from. A Pyrogoyf. Oh, okay. Well, they have Karakas, unfortunately. I guess that means we're playing Sarah Paragon, maybe. I don't want to play Goyf until they're near death or I can kill something. Man, our opponents have had a lot of Karakases. That is one thing I don't like about playing leagues, that your opponents could have cards that are in your deck, and it's best of ones. And I know there's a best of 3 format as well, but this one's ranked, and I do like getting the quote-unquote free value of finishing at the end of a month and getting rewards for being in certain ranks. I think that's better than not playing in it, and we already don't get... Okay, that's kind of brutal, not gonna lie. We already don't get... Ooh, Chain Lightning. We already don't get a lot of value off of these, I'll have to admit. They could have Mana Leak here, so I'd rather just Chain Lightning. And then if they want to block, or they want to bounce the Adeline, that's fine. I'm not going to say go. They know our entire hand. There's no reason to not play it outside of them countering it. And if they counter it, that's fine, because they have Karakas that already does that. Sarah's Paragon's not doing much for us at this moment, so let's just play it. Okay, yeah, they did have a mana drain, and hopefully they don't have something too big. Man, Powerglife's still a 3/4. Just instant land. Oh, no, sorcery? Oh, there's no land. Okay, that's what I'm missing. So there's instant sorcery creature. Alright. Let's see what they have with the mana drain mana. That's very scary, unfortunately. Urza. Still can't kill Urza, unfortunately. And even if I wanted to, the Karakas is there. Man, imagine if we had Solitude right now. I'm going to Flaze their 1/1. I really wish Pyrogoyf would get bigger. Thundertrap Trainer. If this is removal, it might be game. Because Urza's going to eventually win by itself. And they have a land that deals with my Adeline, and a piece of removal will deal with the Goyf. Fraction Identity. The best piece of removal. Alright, well, if they have a land, they do. Do I just hit them for 3 here? I don't want to give them a Pyrogoyf. Let's just hit them for 3 here. Opponent debating on countering it, probably. They got rid of the... Okay. Because we have Angie, I'm actually okay with leaving this on top. They got rid of Fractured Identity. That doesn't even kill them. I'm probably going to lose anyways, but that's rough. Like, they have Karakas to bounce it? Like, that could not have been right. This is still a 3/4 somehow. Just play Angie's Ravager. Elspeth can kill it, but if it kills it, then I can Pyrogoyf. This is probably just going to jump their team, though, and get me dead pretty quick, I would imagine. It's probably what I would be doing when they know my entire hand. Man, this Karakas just single-handedly stopped me. Imagine if I had Adeline this whole time. Like, they're just dead. Like, it's crazy that one land. The card is so good. Opponent is pondering. Pun intended. There we go. Alright, they did not shuffle. Emperor of Bones. What does that hit? Hits Grief currently. I guess I'm glad I exiled my yard with the Flage. I'm not opposed to the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not opposed to them jumping with Elspeth. You gonna exile Grief? You probably should. Oh, Subtlety. Oh! I like that. I like that play a lot, actually. Wait, no, does this enter? Or does it just... Okay. No. Oh, yeah, it does enter. Okay, yeah. So I don't like this play a lot, but... I mean, you know my hand. Subtlety counters these. It just time walks me again. Okay, and then you post-combat pump the team. Okay. I guess you did that because Emperor, but you could have just held Emperor. If that's what you wanted to do. I don't know. We're going to lose to it regardless, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm sorry. I'm slightly tilted that nothing I'm doing matters, and in my opinion, they're not playing all optimally, and I'm still just getting absolutely dumpstered. Hey, there's an Ajani we saw for the first time ever. Yep. They should. I was gonna say they should definitely trade a token. Gonna jump the team, deal 9 to me maybe. Pick up, replay Urza afterwards maybe. Just draw 7, or not draw 7, sorry, but just activate Urza maybe. Oh, they're doing it now. Okay. So they want to be able to um, jump both the tokens. I guess I wish I just Pyrogoyfed them at this point.
To the hunt.
Hmm. Okay, this does care about timing, so if this is a sorcery speed thing, they can't cast it, and it was Mox Diamond, so it didn't matter. Okay. Draw 2. I think we are dead. It's pretty safe to pack it in, but it's our last game, so I might as well play it out, I guess. Who knows? Should definitely be jumping the team and killing me, which they could have already done, as far as killing me, that is. Create more tokens. Okay. Our opponent is definitely playing with their food. Yep. Probably should have floated mana first. I don't know why they would bounce that if they weren't going to replay it. Maybe they're just now realizing that. Oh, land. Just what we needed. Imagine if they block and kill this cat. No, they did not. Alright, so they know what that card does. That's good for them. maybe I'm supposed to play 16 and play the bobble, but there were times like I definitely needed to draw lands in this match and hit, and if that was bobble, I wouldn't have been able to play my spells on time. So who knows? All right, there we go. Good game. All right, I'll see you next draft.